There are two protein numbers for women over 40, and I call them the ceiling and the floor. The ceiling keeps moving with every new article, every new source, shifting it higher. But the floor does not move. It is the number that protects your muscles, defends your metabolism, and keep your body rebuilding instead of breaking it down. A 2026 trial, women starting from essentially nothing, 15 weeks of hitting the floor, they had 4% muscle gain. That's not from an elite program, that's from the baseline. So in this video, I'm going to give you that number, show you exactly what it looks like in real food, and explain why chasing the ceiling when your stress load is already high may be working against the very thing you are trying to protect. And if you have been hitting like 10 o'clock in the night, feeling like failure because you didn't reach your protein target, please stop. Stop today. You were chasing the wrong ceiling. The floor I'm giving you today is more achievable than anything you have been told to aim for. And it is enough. I'm Zainab and I'm a nurse. And in the time I have been making these videos, the question I get most consistently about nutrition is not what should I eat? No, it is how much protein do I actually need? And why do I feel like a failure when I do not hit my target? So today we are going to cover three things. Why the number become the problem? What the science actually says about building and protecting muscle, and what the flow looks like in real food on a real day. Let's start with why this matters. Because the reason most people are told to eat protein, lose weight, build a gym body, is not the reason that matters most to you. After 40, muscle loss escalates somewhere between 3 to 8% per decade if nothing is done about it. And this isn't an aesthetic problem, it is a metabolic problem. Muscles is where your body uses glucose after a meal. Your muscles are where insulin brings that glucose, where it gets burned for energy rather than stored as fat. So if you lose those muscles, then insulin has fewer places to work. Insulin resistance then raises, metabolic rate then drop, fat storage shift towards the abdomen. Protein is what keeps that balance between your body breaking down its own tissues for fuel and maintaining what it has. And here is the part I really want you to hear. A 2026 trial published in Maturitas, the journal focused on women midlife health. Here is what they found. Women after menopause starting for essentially nothing with 3 supervised resistance training sessions a week for 15 weeks. Here is the result. 4% increase in muscles volume across all muscles measured. Significant strength improvements, and the control group, they had no changes. 4% in 15 weeks from a standing start. Your body has not given up on muscles. The floor is closer than you think. Now, let me give you the number I promised you. The old recommended dietary allowance for protein was 0.8 gram per kilogram of body weight per day. That's the minimum to prevent deficiency, not the amount that supports metabolic health and muscle maintenance in women over 40. It is not even close. The current science consensus from sport nutrition, from geriatric medicine, from perimenopause research has shifted. The range most researchers now work with for women in their 40s and 50s is 1.2 to 1.6 grams per kilogram a day. Some sources even go higher. That's the range. But here is what I want to draw your attention to. The flow, the amount that prevents active muscle breakdown and defends your metabolic rate, is approximately 1.0 to 1.2 grams per kilogram per day. For women who weigh 70 kilograms, that is like 70 to 84 grams of protein a day. That's it. Not 160 grams, not 140, 70 to 84 grams. The ceiling is 1.6 to 2.0 grams per kilogram. It's worth aiming for when your system has capacity, when your life is stable, your sleep is decent, you are not running on fumes. That's the optimizer's target. It is useful, not required for every day. Here is why these distinctions matters. Perfectionism around the ceiling raises cortisol. When you miss your protein target and lie awake feeling like you failed, that stress has a metabolic cost. Cortisol drives muscle breakdown and promotes fat storage. If hitting 160 grams every day requires planning and willpower that creates sustained stress, the cortisol cost may be practically canceling out the protein benefit. The flow does not require that. The flow is achievable most days without app. One more thing worth knowing about how protein is used. Your body has a ceiling for how much muscle building it can trigger per meal. Approximately 20 to 30 grams of protein triggers the maximum muscle building response per setting, which means spreading protein across 3 meals is more effective than eating 90 grams at dinner and almost nothing early in the day. 3 meals with protein anchors is more effective than one optimized hit. You do not need to track, but you need a protein anchor at each meal. For a woman who weighs around 70 kilograms, that flow is 70 to 85 grams per day. Let me show you what that looks like without a single tracking app. Breakfast could be 2 eggs and a small pot of Greek yogurt. That's roughly 25 to 30 grams of protein before you have made any particular effort. Lunch, a chicken thigh or a tin of tuna with your vegetables, another 25 grams. Dinner, a piece of salmon, some lentil soup, or 2 eggs again, if it has been a difficult day, another 25 grams. That's 75 to 85 grams flow hit. No apps, no skill, no micro calculation. If you weigh more than 70 grams, you scale up slightly, another portion, a snack, a Greek yogurt, add to something. That's it. And if you weigh less, the flow is proportionally lower. But the principle is the same. 3 meals with protein. Not one large protein hit and 2 carbohydrates meals. The number I promise you, for most women over 40, the flow is somewhere between 70 to 90 grams of protein per day. Spread across 3 meals, achievable in ordinary food without extraordinary effort. The flow protects your muscles. It defends your metabolism. It keeps your body building instead of breaking. It is the foundation for everything else I have been talking about on this channel. The fasting, the sleep, the insulin work, because none of it works as well if you are losing muscles underneath of it. You do not need the ceiling every day, but you need the flow most days. The flow is closer than you thought. If you want the full metabolic recovery framework, it is available as a free guide. The link is in the description. Drop a comment below before this video. What protein number were you trying to hit? And how did changing that number make you feel? I want to know. Subscribe if you are not already. And I will see you on Sunday when we are going to talk about what hitting the flow actually looks like on the hardest day of the week.